A long night. Love is most appreciated in the nights it keeps us awake. Hello everybody, it's me, Soup R5, I don't give a fuck. It's me, Sean, basically. I am with a friend right now. He is in the Skype call. He says hello to you all because he's waving. I can't show you though because I don't have a screen recorder. But he's great. He muted his microphone, so I'm not using a alto, whatever, to record this. So we just kind of decided, it's like, hey, why not just mute your microphone so you can listen in for the hell of it. Anyways, this is a long night. I know nothing about the story. It's just romance and sad. I really like those kinds of stories. And this is by Idylia? I don't know. It's Idyllia. Or, yeah, Idyllia. He is on Fimfiction. You can all go find him there. And I'm excited for the story. It's a really short story. And yeah, nobody requested this or anything. I just kind of found it and thought that would be a good thing to record. So, let's get started. And shout out to Miss Scowcroft. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but they messaged me during the first recording of this, and then I scrapped it because why not? So, no. They're great though. All the townsfolk, they are fast asleep. My own room in the library gets lonely, so I imagine her there next to me. It just makes my heart hurt more. I toss in bed, my clenched claw slamming onto the pillow next to me. My brain was a beehive, and every denizen was a thought about her. I tell them to stop buzzing. They never do. Tonight is no different. My eyes go out the window. Some nights I think I should run to her, bang on the door of the boutique until she answers. Her mane would be ruffled, and she would be angry or panicked. She would ask me why, and I would walk away. All I wanted was to see her. That always seemed to make the bees go away. The scene was one of the many that my head conjured every night. Unique little methods of torture. Hope, but never fulfillment. Instead, I just looked through the window, up at the moon. The moon was pretty, but not my favorite shade of white. It was going to be a long night. Chasing memories or just counting sheep. She's warm. Warmer than I expected her to be. She says to look at the fireflies, but I can't. My eyes are obsessed. She shivers. I drape my wing over her. The fireflies come, but I've seen them before. Her blue eyes shine in the moonlight. Finally, she turns to me. Her cheeks perk over the bottom of her eyes. I kiss her. Her eyes go wider than they did when she saw the fire ruby. Her face goes redder than it. She was just opening her mouth to thank me. Now it's my turn to go red. A hoof lands on my cheek and I turn to her, despite the shouts inside telling me to look away. Her lips are on mine, and her eyes are closed. Her heart pounds against my chest. Her heart pounds against her chest. Mine tries to meet it. We walk. It was going to be a long night. Though she'll never get to dream, who needs all that forgetting? She glows in the moonlight. Her face is on mine. I can't help myself. Her spine is mountain range, and my claws explore every nook and cranny. The hills stop, and she shivers, her eyes locked on mine. Her face is flushed when we kiss. I wonder if it's unladylike to try to hide moans, or to even moan at all. Her hooves press into my back. I push my face into hers. More, my mind screams. I pull her against me, and finally she calls out my name unrestricted. Hot and heavy, her breaths lead me onward. Her neck tastes like vanilla, peppermint, and needy perspiration. I can't get enough. She's shaking. She whispers something in my ear, her hoof landing on my cheek. She says she's sure. Her hips are the tide, and she is my moon, They roll into shore, tentative, slowly. The speed only makes the shoreline more therapeutic beneath my toes. The moon whispers her affections in my ear. Faster the tide builds. I love you. I fear she'll gasp and walk away. Instead, her lips find mine again. Her response is archaic and instinctual, but understood in more vivid signals than words could ever provide. I lose myself in her eyes, deep and enchanting. They are pools lost forever to pony kind, and I have only begun to wade. My body and soul are alike together, and only her breaths down my neck anchor me to reality. Finally, the dance of love reaches its apex. My body aches. I clench my claws and exhale for what seems like the first time of all night. She lies there, atop me, and we walk down the stairs from Cloud 9, hand in hand. I don't dare look away, lest I fitfully turn and wake up, finding myself with only the moon to accompany me. Not this time. I feel her atop me. I feel her warmth radiate into me. Most of all, her eyes pour her soul into mine. The dance has ended, and yet the spirit has only just begun. I couldn't think of loving anyone else. A tear washes down her cheek and into my scales, but she's smiling. The words are a close second, the closest anything has ever come. These eyes, so heavy, heavy, heavy. Her chest rises and falls slowly, and I watch it faithfully. My eyes are obsessed. I can't close them. It was going to be a long night. There's a tapestry of stars. Look how thankless they are. I'm too big to be here, but I make the trip every day. The stone taunts me. I wish I could reach out and touch it. I wish I could drape myself over it. All the townsfolk, they say rise and shine. I will never again tell her I love her. I will never hear her panicked laugh as I take off. I will never again get to show her the beautiful mountains and waterfalls. I will never again hold her against me. I will never again watch her fall asleep. I will never again hear her call out my name in the throes of passion. I will never again find her asleep in front of her sewing machine. I will never again carry her back to bed. I will never again feel her eyes shine into mine. I will never again lose sleep just to watch her, chasing daylight or just killing time. A tear washes down my cheek and into the ground, but I'm smiling. I couldn't think of loving anyone else. I put the flowers down, vanilla wrapped in peppermint. A purple wing drapes over my shoulders as the sun sets across the valley. Is it secret? I don't think so. Am I selfish? I don't think so. It was going to be a long night. Thank you, everybody. That was A Long Night, again by Idylia on Fimfiction. You should all go check them out. And yeah, that story was beautiful. I really liked it. It was more like a poem than an actual story. I don't know if he'll ever notice that I recorded this or not, but if he ever does and he ever watches it all the way through, fantastic story. Till next time.